Young couple found something strange while messing around. Suddenly there was a loud knock at the door outside. Helpless, they had to stop what they were doing. They walked to the living room reluctantly, but when they opened the door they saw a girl covered in black standing at the doorway, but the man did not know her at all.
Is Tamara here?
No.
I think you have the wrong home.
Seeing the girl just standing there not leaving, Daisy quickly said she was getting ready to rest. Only then did the girl turn around and leave. But Jeff felt very strange at this moment. They came out here on vacation in the wild. How could a little girl suddenly show up? While Jeff was still trying to figure it out, that girl was still standing not far away watching him. Daisy behind him felt her scalp go numb instantly. Jeff quickly turned on the small lamp at the door, but when he turned back again, the girl had already disappeared. They thought the girl had left on her own, so they decided to watch some TV on the couch. But Jeff suddenly had an asthma attack. When he reached for the backpack beside him, he realized his inhaler was left in the car, so Jeff had no choice but to go get it. But what he never expected was, Daisy alone at home would face a nightmare. Since their car was being repaired in town, Jeff had to walk for a while. While Daisy was chatting with a friend, suddenly something crashed outside the house. Daisy thought Jeff was back. She quickly put her phone on the table, ready to welcome Jeff home. But when she got close to the door she realized the knocking was very violent. That was clearly not gentle Jeff knocking. Feeling something was wrong, she asked aloud, but no one outside responded. Just when Daisy thought it was an intruder.
Tamara here? No. We already told you there is no Tamara here.
Seeing no response from the girl, Daisy quickly checked if she left. That sight instantly scared Daisy stiff, so she quickly locked the door, thinking that would make her safe. But she did not notice at all. A shadow suddenly flashed behind her. When Daisy returned to the couch, she saw the phone on the table was gone. Didn't she just put it on the table? She quickly searched to see if it fell somewhere, until she looked up and saw the phone had been placed on the cabinet. But Daisy did not think too much about it. When she was about to use the phone, she suddenly heard singing. Daisy instantly realized something was wrong. How could anyone be singing out here in the wild? She rushed to the window to check, but saw nothing. After looking around carefully, the sound suddenly stopped. Was she just imagining things? She gathered courage to go outside and look, but there was nothing unusual. Maybe she was just too nervous. So to calm herself down, she started playing the piano inside. But what she never expected was, she suddenly heard footsteps. When she turned her head, she saw nothing again. It looked like she was about to lose her mind. Daisy had no choice but to go to the bathroom, take a shower to relax, but she did not know danger was already hiding nearby. The masked man was staring at Daisy, but Daisy's eyes were covered with foam. When she sensed someone was there, she turned her head but saw nothing, so she did not take it seriously. But when she was blow drying her hair, the lights in the house suddenly all went out. Daisy had to rely on the faint light from her phone to look for the main breaker switch, but no one would have thought the switch was hidden inside the closet. As Daisy moved clothes aside, her phone slipped and fell on the ground. When she looked up, Daisy was instantly terrified. She rushed upstairs to the storage room, squatted trembling on the floor, not daring to make a sound. But then a shadow passed by the crack of the door. Daisy froze in place, until the lock started turning. Luckily it was Jeff who came back. He quickly helped Daisy up, then opened the breaker switch in the closet. But Daisy kept insisting a stranger was in the house, describing it as if it were real. Daisy told him to look out the window, but Jeff thought she was seeing things, mistaking the portrait by the window for a stranger. But while Jeff was comforting Daisy, the knocking started again. This time Jeff really lost it. He quickly opened the door, went outside to look. It was still that same girl. Now Jeff was furious. He rushed up to her, but she turned and ran away. Finally they could have some peace, so they went back inside to have a late meal. But while they were chewing, a few drops of blood suddenly dripped down. When they looked up, a chicken was hanging from the ceiling. Daisy panicked completely. Jeff finally realized something was wrong. They hurried to shut the doors and windows, but it was already too late. Daisy stepped back quickly, but the masked man was already staring at her through the gap. Jeff pulled Daisy and ran away. They hid in the bedroom, pushed a cabinet against the door, and crouched in the corner by the window. But not only the masked man broke in, two more masked strangers came too. Judging by their bodies they looked like girls. Jeff listened outside hearing no sound. He wanted to check, but suddenly they both panicked instantly, watching the wooden door about to break open. They were ready to die, but the masked man only peeked through the hole. They had no idea what he wanted. Only after enjoying their fear, he turned and left. That scared them badly. Clearly the masked man was enjoying the process. They realized they could not just sit there, but to get help they needed the phone. Yet the phone was outside. They had no choice but to take the risk. But when they found the phone, the screen was already smashed. With no choice left they decided to escape, planning to ride the landlord's motorcycle. But The motorcycle had already been sabotaged by the masked man. Seeing how cruel he was, they had to return to the villa for shelter. They hid in the bathroom to plan. Luckily Daisy saw a nearby shed through the window. Though they could not escape the area, at least they could look for weapons. While searching for a way out, Daisy found a vent. They crawled through to under the floor, but the tight space made it hard to move, and Daisy accidentally pressed her palm on a nail. The pain shot through her whole body. Jeff quickly covered her mouth. Crying out was not an option here, because a masked woman was standing above them. To ease her pain, Jeff yanked out the nail fast, tore off a piece of his shirt, and wrapped her wound. After struggling they finally escaped the villa, but while crossing a rock, Jeff tripped and fell. Daisy rushed to help him, but they did not know the masked woman was already waiting inside. They just had not had enough fun yet. Then they searched the shed, but only found a pickaxe. One pickaxe was not enough. Jeff noticed a loft in the shed. He gave Daisy the pickaxe for defense, and went up to search for other weapons, but just as Jeff left, the masked man choked her from behind. As Daisy was about to suffocate, a gunshot rang out. Jeff had found a hunting rifle. He saved Daisy in time. With a weapon in hand, they could finally fight back. They moved carefully around the villa, planning to take the strangers out one by one, but they did not know the strangers were watching. Jeff and Daisy came to the door. They were distracted by knocking. Jeff rushed to the corner. The bullet hit. Jeff thought he had finally taken one down, but when he pulled Daisy to look, the man had no mask. When Daisy saw a car nearby, they realized they shot the wrong person. It was the landlord lying on the ground. Jeff felt crushed. He never thought he killed an innocent person, but there was no time to grieve. They found the landlord's car keys and drove away. Luckily, the landlord's phone was still in the car, but as Daisy made the call, a rock smashed through. When Daisy turned back, the masked woman was standing there. Jeff quickly turned the car, but the masked man was driving another car, ramming into them non-stop, until he pinned them against a tree. Jeff's leg was stuck in the car. Jeff knew he could not escape. He told Daisy to run into the woods, while he grabbed the weapon, ready to fight back, but the masked man disappeared. As he searched, sadly the shot missed, and the masked man went after Daisy, but Jeff got a chance to breathe. He pulled his leg free, smashed the windshield, and chased after them. Meanwhile Daisy was running desperately, the masked woman close behind. Daisy hid in a pit, covered herself with leaves. When the masked woman followed the sound, Daisy held her breath, not daring to move. Luckily, after searching, she found nothing and left. Daisy finally climbed out. She grabbed her phone to call the police, but the forest signal was bad. The sound kept breaking. No matter how high she held the phone, the signal was unstable. Until the call was cut off, Daisy hurried to leave the pit, running through the woods, but she felt someone was following. While she looked around, she did not notice the masked woman behind her. Meanwhile, Jeff was desperately searching for Daisy, but the forest was too big. Then he suddenly saw a masked woman looking around. He pointed the gun at her, threatened her to say where Daisy was, or he would kill her, but the threat did not work. The masked woman kept dancing strangely, as if she felt no fear. Before Jeff could react, the masked man attacked from behind. When Jeff woke up, they were both tied up. At this point, Jeff had nothing to lose. He shouted asking why they were doing this, but got no answer. Instead, a knife pierced his chest, then a kick knocked him to the ground. Watching her boyfriend struggle in pain, Daisy cried her heart out. She did not understand why they were being treated this way, but the masked woman only said, "'Cause you're here." Hearing that answer, Daisy lost all hope. She realized they had no purpose. They were just twisted. As the blade pierced her body, Daisy slowly lost her life. The masked people were calm, until sirens came from outside. Then they calmly left. But what they never expected was, Daisy survived after being rescued.